Okay, so first of all, thank you. A short I posted recently about will a missing Karen make her way over to Zach's house in the mid-season finale? That video's doing pretty good. Less than a day, and it was already over 7,000 hits. Good stuff. I need to post more shorts, by the way. I do have a lot, and I mean a lot of shorts and videos that I still haven't edited, but basically, I plan to get all that stuff out between now and when the mid-season finale airs, so that'll boost numbers on the channel before September comes to a close. But here's the thing. We know that in the mid-season finale, there's going to be a lot of drama, mainly concerning the fact that with Zach and Fatima, it's the follow-up of the Chaz situation, given the fact that he's going to pop up to their house unannounced in the middle of the night. And we know that Zach and Fatima are going to have an argument behind closed doors. Now, whether or not that happens before or after the Chaz situation in terms of him showing up to the house is not clear, because we do know that they're going to have their lovers quarrel, but we also know that Karen is going to disappear. Now, in the trailer, Aaron and Miss Lisa, well, Aaron finds a note in the crib and he and Miss Lisa read the note left by Karen. And then he calls Danny, who's at dinner with Sabrina, and, he tells him about the note, and Danny's like, well, what did it say? So the running theory is, oh, maybe she decides to go to Zach and Fatima's, which hopefully she doesn't. But here's where I'm leading to with this video. It's the question of, will Zach get involved? Because a lot of fans are like, Lord, please don't. Just don't. Because this is no longer, like he told Fatima, the whole Karen thing, that's Aaron's problem now, not mine. But also on top of that, if he found out Karen was missing, how would he act? Because I think we all feel the same way. Zach would act the same as he did when the salon fire happened and he thought that Karen was in there. Karen! Just sit your ass down. But acting a whole fool. And can you imagine if this man decides to just lead the charge in finding Karen, dropping everything, and it's like, really, man? Are you really going to do this? You got a pregnant fiance, you got your own relationship issues, but you're going to run after a woman that you're no longer tied to? And this would only make Fatima ticked off to the point where I could see her leaving and not blame her. But that boils down to, if Karen does not go to Zach and Fatima's house, meaning that Zach doesn't know anything about her missing, who do you think will be the person to let Zach know that Karen is missing? In my opinion, based on the trailer, I think it would be Danny, because we know how Danny is. But I would not be upset if Aaron called Zach to ask if Karen was over there, and then revealing, no, man, what? She ain't over here. Why would she be over here? And then he brings up the note. Here's why. It's not out of hate. It's not out of malice, but the fact that, if Karen just ups and disappears, if we're going off of old habits that she had in the series, where does she usually pop up unannounced at? Zach and Fatima's house. So it is within reason that Aaron and Miss Lisa might come up with the plan to just call and ask Zach what's up, because it would be within her character to go over there. But then that will send Zach spiraling. It's like, oh no, we got to get a search party. We got to get the dogs. We got to get everything. Oh God. But I could also see, because typically how it is. When we get to a point in the story, typically around the mid-season or season finale, if Danny had been pretty laid back and chill for most of the season, she's going to act a dang fool to stir up the pot. Because I don't know about you, but I think it would be incredibly messy when you have this woman learning from Fatima that she felt relief at the loss of the baby. Her calling Zach, knowing how Zach gets about Karen, to send him on the hunt. Or even worse, saying, we got to go find her. Like, I ain't got to do nothing. But we know how Zach is. So my question to you is, we're looking at the mid-season finale next week. If Zach were to find out about Karen missing, who do you think he would get a call from? Would it be from Danny or would it be from Aaron? Because honestly, we're going back to the theory, my thoughts of Aaron possibly calling. I wonder, after Aaron tells Danny and Sabrina about what's in the note, Danny might instantly think, oh, what if she went to Zach's or something like that? And then I could see that possibly being the catalyst for Aaron making the call or possibly going over there himself just to see what's going on. But you never know. So, with that being said, who do you think could possibly be the person to tip Zach off to Karen's missing situation if Karen does not go over to the house herself? So, I mean, that's mainly a possibility. Think of it this way. You got the bulk of the episode being a huge blowout between Fatima and Zach over the Chaz situation, possibly even resulting in the fallout or the fight they have, leading to Zach to confront Fatima about saying that she felt relief over his baby being a stillborn. And then that pretty much leaves the episode with Fatima having a huge egg on her face. But then we hear Zach or Fatima goes to answer the door, and it's Karen right there. That's possibly how things will end up. But again, let me know your thoughts, and I'll catch you all in the next video.